burger. Okay, I had one already, but I ate that one while I was on Facebook, and so now I'm here with you guys. Okay, don't mind my hair. Okay, don't mind it. Listen to this. 1 second. All right, so man, last night. Okay, some of you guys probably had seen my video from earlier today. Honey, they would want to start cutting grass while I'm doing this damn live. They don't know I'm doing the live? I guess not. Okay, so some of you guys seen my live last night, right? I mean last night. Honey, today. Okay, you seen my live earlier today, probably. So last night, okay, when I had went to bed, while I was in bed, and I was hungry, right? And you know how you hungry, but you just don't feel like getting up to cook anything. And it was sort of that type of party. I didn't feel like getting up to cook anything. I just pretty much was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stay in bed. And that's what it's gonna be. Okay. And so I was on YouTube. Okay. You know when you're on social media, of course they gotta show you like all the food and stuff like that. But I was on social media. I was on YouTube to be exact. And I had came across these videos of people making vegan burgers. Well, vegan taco burgers, I think it's called, or something like that. And I guess it started on YouTube, right? And probably a video went viral or something like that. And so what wound up happening was I was like, you know what? I could make me the vegan taco burger myself, okay? And I could make the Big Mac sauce. So what happened was I went to ShopRite today and I got all the ingredients that I needed. Okay, even brought stuff that I probably didn't need. And I had forgot about the ketchup. So some of you guys may know that the Big Mac sauce, okay, I know they use, I don't think they use ketchup in the Big Mac sauce. I know it's paprika, I know it's mayonnaise, is mustard and onion powder, garlic powder, and like relish or something like that, or yeah, relish. And so I was like, I got home, I was on a Zoom call, I was so excited to, make this on Facebook and enjoy it and eat it. And as I'm on this Zoom call, something said, Dina, you ain't got ketchup. And I said, oh my goodness, I'm gonna make that sauce. Okay, totally forgot that the Big Mac sauce, they don't use ketchup. They use paprika for the color. So as I'm cooking, I'm on a Facebook Live, and I'm on Facebook Live. Don't this look good? Don't this look, honey? I'm trying to tell you, honey. I ate one, and I was like, whoa! I was like, oh my goodness. Now, wait, hold on. Oh, and this one is too. You know when the food bit, your nose start itching. This is so good. So good. And filling. Mm. I love onions. Okay, now we done heard this conversation before. Okay. That is good. I don't know if I told the story. Probably did. When I was a kid, right? Oh, honey, you don't want to know. Honey, process. You don't want to know, okay? Um, and it's the first processed meat that I had since I've been doing this whole thing, since I transitioned back. Um, but oh, this is what I was gonna say. When I was a kid, right? I remember my father, right? And to me, it felt like that's when McDonald's first started. Now, I know maybe that's not true, okay? And I'm talking about like in the 80s, okay? I don't know when McDonald's started, but anywho, that's not the point. This is the point. I remember as a kid, right? My father, he would get the Big Mac sandwiches. And it felt like he would only get one, right? It felt like he will only get one big. I don't remember him getting like, 3 Big Mac sandwiches for me, my sister, and him. It sort of felt like he will only get one, right? Listen to this. I guess he didn't get the notification I was coming live. Okay. So I remember, my father, he would get the sandwich. My father would get this sandwich and he loved onions, right? And in order for you, like, you'll be like, oh, daddy, I want some. And you know how kids are nowadays. Like, I have children. I have 4 children. So, they be picking the stuff off your sandwich. Okay. Like, you didn't request the stuff that's on the sandwich to be on the sandwich, but they be doing their own thing, picking this shit off like it's their sandwich. So my father, I remember he would say, all right, take a bite. And you would be like, I don't want onions. And he'd be like, well, you don't want to bite that. so from that experience as a kid, right, it made me fall in love with onions. I don't feel that a meal is complete if it don't have onions. That's just how I feel. Okay. And I don't feel like you an adult if you can't eat onions. Okay. Now I know somebody may say, but what about the kids that eat the onions? No, I'm talking about the adults. Okay. The ones that call themselves an adult. If you don't eat onions, honey, what's wrong? Okay. What is... Now, I've been doing a lot of mushrooms. I've been mushroom, oyster mushroom. This made me good. Yeah, black oyster mushrooms, king oyster mushrooms. I've been doing mushroom honey. I mushroomed out. Okay, now I did go to the Asian market, and I brought like so many mushrooms, right? And a part of me, cause listen, don't go to no supermarket while you hungry, okay? Because if you go to the supermarket while you hungry, you are eating with your eyes, okay? You just buying stuff. And so when I went to the Asian market, I've been getting all these mushrooms and stuff. And that's because at nighttime, I feel like, I'm not getting enough of food because like I'll be eating around this time and then I won't eat no more throughout the day. One, because I don't feel like, the mushroom thing. I made the mushrooms yesterday. I made like a mushroom Alfredo or whatever, but the sauce, it turned so brown, but it was so good. It was so delicious. Oh my goodness. The onions, the tomatoes, the basil, the parsley, the seasoning, so good, right? And so I was, when you cook the mushrooms, they draw up. And so I'm like, I'm definitely not going to make that again. Like, I'm not going to get up. I was in a bed and honey, I was hungry. But I was like, I'm not going to I don't feel like doing it. So I guess I wasn't that hungry. And so today after watching that video, I was like, you know what? I gotta go to ShopRite. I gotta get these ingredients. And voila, we here. Okay. Okay, so this is the Big Mac. I don't want to say Big Mac sauce. I want to say my secret sauce. Okay. I had 3 of these. Okay. I had 3. And as you can see, I'm down now to, well, let's just say about 1 and not even a half of 1. 1.5. I don't even want to say 1.5. Okay. Oh, thank you, see him. Are you from Facebook? Because I can't tell when you guys are from Facebook. You remember when you was a kid, okay, and you was going on a date? Let's say in your teens, okay? And some of you guys probably been dating earlier than teens. Okay, I'm just saying, maybe, okay? And you remember, like, when you would be eating and you didn't want, I think a lot of, well, I'm quite sure it goes for the guys too, for the boy, like, when you was a little boy, a kid. And the food is good and you want to tear it up, but you afraid because you don't know how that person is going to be looking at you. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I just was on Facebook and I was telling them that I'm coming on YouTube. And I'm glad you're here. And you know that, the food is good, but you just like, damn, I don't want them to dog me out, because I'm gonna tear the food up. And so you be eating all pretty. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. When I started doing these lives, I was like, I'm gonna be myself. Okay. And if the people leave, okay, they just leave. Okay, you gotta be yourself. Eat the way you normally eat. Okay? Because if that person see how you eat and don't want you, say you on a date, and they like, damn, she tearing the damn food up like she ain't eating years, okay? That person ain't for you. that person is just not for you. Okay. I remember I said, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be myself, right? Not just on social media, but outside too. And I remember it was one day I was going to the gym. I was getting ready to go to the gym. And I had my band to no, I had cornrows in, right? And you can see like my gray hair. And I was so comfortable on camera, right? Social media, any social media platform I'm comfortable on because I've been, showing up. Whereas though, you get comfortable. If you do so many reps, you start getting comfortable and you can do it with your eyes closed. And I remember this one particular day, I was excited. I was like, first, it was a part of me that was like, you know what, take the cornrows out, right? Now, if you natural, okay, to my natural girls, okay, especially if you just braided your hair, okay, you don't want to take them damn cornrows out because it ain't gonna be, it ain't gonna look the way you want it to look, okay, probably. But in my situation, I had the cornrows in for a minute, okay? And I was like, I was like, you listen to some stuff, you probably did your meditation, okay? You excited, you amped up, you like, you know what, I'm going out like that. And I remember I looked in the mirror, right? Because I got like this barber mirror, like you could see like all the back of your head and stuff. And I remember I looked in the mirror and all this fear just came. Like so much damn fear, a gnat. So much fear came. And I was like, oh my goodness, like, no. Dina, put your put your cap on. You could put your cap on or you could, take the braids out. And I'm a firm believer in challenging myself. Okay. Sometimes you can go through life and it can seem so unfulfilling because you've been accommodating others or because you've been listening to what society say is best for you. And so what wound up happening was, look, it's falling apart now. Well, what wound up happening was I was like, I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna go to the gym like this. And when I go to the gym, right, I so love challenging myself. Is almost a part of me that feels like, this is your opportunity to challenge yourself. This is your opportunity to, to put yourself out there. Because so long I would be like, I don't want to be seen. I don't I just want to be like, not making that much noise and just I would say I was shy. And shy really means that you insecure, right? And for a long time I would say, I'm shy because I used to hear my mother, say that she was shy. And so that day, I just was like, I'm going to the gym. And so when I go to the gym, what I would do, like if you have a Planet member, a Planet Fitness membership, okay, or if you ever been there, like in the back where all the guys mainly are, it'd be some females, but it's mainly guys. And what I did to challenge myself was Remember, I got the cornrows in, my hair was graying. Okay, it was gray. Okay, I dyed it a few months ago, but it was full blown. Like the parts, probably just the braids was black, but in the part, when you have the gray hair, and you can't really see the parts because the gray hair, and so I remember I just went to the back after I did some workouts in the front. I went to the back and I challenged myself. And so what I did was I had did these lunges, right? Like like you have the weights and you I think they call lunges. You have the weights and you bend down and kneel and then you get up and you do it again and sort of like that. And so I did it. Like I did it a few times. I walked all the way to the beginning of the, wall to the end of the wall and then walked back and I kept on doing it until I felt comfortable. Okay. So it's so funny how you could, at times I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to talk about this. And then it's like the universe want me to talk about something totally different. So to the person that's out there, okay, and maybe you are scared to show up. Let me share something with you since I've been challenging myself and I'm still learning and growing just like everybody else. But what I noticed was when you have the fear, right? When you're a little fearful and you step into that, one of the things that you're going to notice that nobody's really paying attention to you. Like they so caught up in their own shit, caught up in their own world that they're not even paying attention to you. Sometimes they're not even watching you. And it's like sources telling you to put yourself out there because you have so much to give and so much to offer. But as long as you like, well, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or, you're not worthy enough, or what gives you the right to think that you can do X, Y, and Z, just do it. Just do it. Because one, you're going to get over that fear. Okay. The more you do it, you're going to get over it. And the reason why you're fearful is because it's something you never done before. And the more you do the reps, the better you get at it. Okay. So it doesn't mean you can't do it. What it means is you have to do it and you got to keep on doing it until you feel comfortable or until the fear just leave. To the people that's out there that's like, well, you know what, I'm gonna wait till the fear leave, okay? Because as a kid, you probably heard, it's nothing to be afraid of. And what you was afraid of, it was legit. Like you was like, no, I am terrified of this. And the adults probably say, it's nothing to feel, whatever it is like that. So it's sort of like, you wouldn't give yourself permission to feel that fear, right? And even for as my children, dropping my children off to, not dropping them off, dropping them off at times. And then what I would do was, because I would be like, you know what, this is not going to stop me. I would drop my children off to school. And what I would do after that, I would take like a long walk. Because when you start, it could be the fear of being seen or the fear of being around crowds or the fear or whatever. But when you start like facing it, it's going to go away. But you have to face it. Is no like, oh, well, I'm going to do it next year. Even far as when I first did public speaking, right? I hosted my own event and I spoke. I was terrified. What the hell? I was so fucking scared. But I still showed up. And as terrified as I was, okay, here I had to make the deposit to pay for the place. And I had the security deposit and then, to pay for the place. And then, I was terrified. But guess what? I showed up. I think a lot of times what it is, we often confuse the two, right? Especially if you do anything that you love to do. It could be anything, music, a mentor, a coach, whatever it is, the thing that you absolutely love to do. And when I was about this, it was the day of. I was so terrified. Okay, honey, I was pacing back and forth. Okay, I was meditating. I don't know how many times that day I meditated, but I know I meditated a few. Okay, um, and I remember one of the things that really helped me like get over the fear. Now I still was scared, right? Like even up showing up to the place, I still had that, nervousness. But what helped me was I remembered that the people that's coming to see me is my audience, right? Is the people that's on Facebook. Like they know my story. They know, my authenticity. They know how I show up. And I don't have to put on for anyone because this is not a job, okay? This is a passion. This is my gift. And that sort of took the pressure off tremendously. Because when you're working for somebody else, right, it's like, oh, I got to be this person because if I'm not, like that person may fire me. And it's like, you put all your faith into somebody else, another person, right, as opposed to putting your faith in source, whatever you deem source to be. Okay. And, you at times we have to start taking our power back because you may work at that job, but that's not the only way to earn money. Okay. And so with that being said, I love you guys. I'm go ahead and finish this. It's coming apart. it's broke. Okay. And now it's cold. This so good. So good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload. So this is the plan, okay? My plan. So I wrote myself this thing. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Um, I wrote myself out this list, right? Because I always believe in that we should be growing and stuff like that. So what I did was, how could my life get better? So what I did was I wrote down every day I'm gonna read 2 chapters of a book that talks about personal development. Two of my favorite books is The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy, and also the Mystic Path to Cosmic Power by Vernon Howard. Okay. So I said I'm gonna read 2 books. Those are my top 2. I love those books. And then I said, well, 2 chapters I'm gonna read per day, every day. And then I'm gonna work out consistently every day. Okay. It could be 5 jumping jacks, but I'm gonna work out. And so, and some of the reasons is because when you're working out, you're moving your body, you increasing the endorphins, the dopamine, the serotonin, and all those happy chemicals that's flowing, okay, in your body. So I said I'm gonna do that, and I said I'm gonna do this for 3 months. And so lately, what I've been doing was in the morning I work out on Facebook. After I work out on Facebook, I do the Zoom. I've been doing the Zoom core thing with Aaron Dowdy, like him and his 2 business partners, his friends, they hosted, and I've been showing up on there. And then after that, after I work out, do the Zoom core, and then I come back on Facebook, and then I cook like the vegan meals, and then I come on YouTube and I eat with you guys. Like I eat on Facebook and then I come back on YouTube. And so that's like pretty much my routine right now. And then I load up on YouTube, you know, how I cooked it, what I cooked, and, you know, what I put in it, whatever. So that's pretty much how my life been going. All right. All right. So I love you guys. I catch you guys later. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourself. Make sure you know whatever it is that you want to achieve is possible. And you got this. With that being said, peace.